Stel, my man. Relegation has never looked worse. How are we doing?
Believe. Believe.
Brilliant. How are you feeling today, Stel? Just tell me about talk about the performance first. That performance, we probably haven't played that well all season, have we?
I thought it was the second best performance of the season, just behind Man City away. I thought Man City away we were just complete, we were fantastic. Today we were closely just behind that. It was as good as a Spurs performance that we've seen. It's the best performance in 2026.
I'll give you that for sure. And look at how De Zerbi, what he's bringing to the table, what he's bringing to this team. You can just see it evidently on the pitch, can't you?
Well, look, Sim, this is something we've been saying all season long, right? I've never been someone that
I think you've broken up, Stel. 1 sec. I think are you back?
Sorry, am I back? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, sorry. I've got poor internet issues, unfortunately. Yeah, I never wanted Ange sacked because I thought breaking up a positive camp, you never do that. Once you've got positive energy in your squad, never ever attack it unless you're going to bring in a different level of positivity. For example, Jurgen Klopp or a Pep Guardiola, which we were never going to. Frank, for me, was a negative energy with his, we're going to lose 10 games, we're going to draw 15, we're going to win. And it's always talking about how great Arsenal were, and his tactics as well didn't suit a team that had been trained to be on the front foot, being more attacking. And I never got on board with the whole Frank thing. And, myself and many others got a lot of criticism for calling out Frank. And then we brought in Tudor, who, let's be honest, was an absolute shambles, an absolute tragedy of a football manager. I mean, what on earth? The day we signed De Zerbi, I came on your show and I said, I like him. He's my kind of coach. This is someone that I can get behind. I've never once questioned De Zerbi in terms of him being the wrong fit or not being good enough. The only thing I've ever criticised De Zerbi, the only thing, and I think I've kind of been proven right on this, is not starting Paulinho. I constantly said I don't understand why he's doing that. Today we started him. Look how much better the midfield looks. Look how much more of control in the game we have when Paulinho's on the pitch. Given Aston Villa rested a few players and they've got an injury to Onana, but we've got injuries galore, right? We've got injuries, so that's not an excuse for Aston Villa because we've got more injuries than them. But Paulinho starting gives a completely different dynamic to this football team. And you saw it today. He was a warrior, absolute machine in midfield. So I like De Zerbi. I liked him from day one. I think he's a really good coach, a really, really good football coach.
But in terms of the game today, there was a different energy about it, wasn't there? Like Villa just either couldn't cope, or was it because they rested players? But they just weren't able to live with what Tottenham were bringing to the table today, which for us to do that to a team, any team at the moment, it seems to be a bit of an achievement given how we've played for a lot of the season. So, when you look at us play today, the way we did, what do you put that down to? Is it just them getting up to speed with De Zerbi, his way of playing? Is it Villa changing loads of players and dropping off a lot? Where do you land on that?
It's both. Villa dropping players definitely had an impact on them. Onana picking up that injury against Nottingham Forest definitely hurts their midfield. We can't pretend that Villa weren't at full strength, but you've got to take advantage of a team when they've got players on the bench or they've got injuries, and we did. We played with a lot of intensity. We played with a lot of aggression in our tackling. There was a lot of fight in every tackle that we put in on that pitch. There was no backing down. And when we went forward, you can see that the passing of the team is better. And I've been saying this all season long. When people come on this show and they say, all the players are shit, everyone's crap, every single player, get them all out. I agree, the forward line is not good enough. The front three are not good enough. But if you stop coaching possession-based football, if you stop coaching that front-footed attacking play, the passage of play stagnates. Players, their passing consistency in terms of accuracy, forward passing, pass completion, all these metrics drop. And we saw under Thomas Frank, every single player's passing metric dropped. Why? Because they weren't being coached a possession-based game. De Zerbi is a possession-based coach. So you're seeing that the passing now has taken a little uplift. Why? Because that's what they're practicing. That's what's happening on the training ground. And I've been saying this all season long, and I maintain this. This squad is not good enough for top six, but it shouldn't be where it is in the league. There's no way we should be in this position. Even with the injuries, we should be doing better than where we are. I think with the injuries, we should be kind of mid-table. But if you don't coach that style of football and you coach a very pragmatic, negative style, you better be bloody good at it, because if not, you're just going to stifle any creativity in the squad. And that's what we've seen. Whereas De Zerbi's come in, he's coaching a more possession-based game. He's got the players being confident more on the ball when passing it. And you're seeing that Spurs are now showing a little bit more about them in games where it's not just, oh, we were lucky to get a point, we were lucky to win. No, we deserved it. We deserved it because we were the better team. We played better as well. And that is all down to the coach. That's what a coach is supposed to do at a football club. So all these Frank lovers and all these people that just say, oh, the squad shit, it's a nonsense, man. The squad's not good enough for what we want, but it's not this bad. And that was down to the coaching.
Who stood out to you today, if I may ask?
Paulinho, and I thought I was going to say, was it Danzo or Bentancur? I'd give it slightly to Danzo. I thought Danzo made a lot of important interceptions and interventions today. But for me, Paulinho is the difference. When Paulinho is in that midfield, we're a different team. He's an experienced head. He's a proper man of a football player. He's played for Bayern Munich. Why can I see Ben's face?
Was he on the coach? Oh my God!
I can see Ben with a massive cheesy smile on his face. He can't wait to come on. That's the first time Ben's been to a game that we've won in about 4 months. Look at him, he's so happy. I think Paulinho was the key for me today, guys. And I've been saying it for 2-3 weeks. I want to see Paulinho start. I don't understand why he doesn't start. Do you know what? I actually felt we were better today when we were more central in terms of taking our shots and attacking. I thought once we reverted to going back wide, I don't think we were as good down the flanks. It's almost like we've got players that can beat a man. We've got players that have got pace, but there's very little end product with them. Whereas in the middle, I felt there was a bit more to us with the midfielders. Ben's downing a pint of Guinness.
No, he's not the coach. We'll get Ben on in a minute, but talk to me.
Delegation's not over yet, Ben.
Yeah, let's talk about Relegation. Talk to me honestly about Relegation. Where are you on? Do you know? First of all, where are you on how likely it is we are going to be relegated now after what you saw today? And where are you on Relegation after that? The actual wanting to be relegated.
Oh yeah, I haven't changed Delegation. I want Enoch destroyed. I want them ruined. I want them wrecked. I don't want them to get away with it. Fans will give them another chance if we stay up. They'll be all over Enoch, and they'll pretend that they haven't destroyed us over the last 6 years. All will be forgotten. That's the usual story that plays out with our fan base. They're incapable of holding this ownership to account. There'll be no protests. There'll be no boycotting. That'll all be forgotten, and that's the disaster that has grabbed a stranglehold of this football club. In terms of going down, if we beat Leeds, we will stay up. In my opinion, we will stay up because I don't think West Ham will beat Arsenal. I think they might get a draw, or Arsenal are just going to destroy them. One of the two. But let's say West Ham get a draw, that puts West Ham and Tottenham on equal points. If we beat Leeds, we're not only a win ahead of them, our goal difference is so superior we would have to lose the final two and West Ham would have to win the last two. That's not going to happen. So for me, the position we're in now, on the assumption that West Ham don't beat Arsenal, and I'll be shocked if they do, if we beat Leeds, then we will stay up. I don't see a world where Tottenham get relegated if we beat Leeds. If we draw to Leeds, then I think there's problems because I don't think we're going to beat Chelsea. I think whatever happens, we're going to lose at Stamford Bridge because we're just cursed there. There's some kind of horrible jinx on Tottenham Hotspur. Everything goes wrong when we play them. It's whether West Ham can beat Newcastle United. If they do, and they go above us into the last game, then I think we're relegated because they will beat Leeds even if we beat Everton. So we need to go into the last game ahead of West Ham. If we go into the last game ahead of West Ham are going to go down, Tottenham will stay up. At home, last game, the fans will get Tottenham over the line. But if we're behind West Ham with one game to go, I think we're fucked. But I don't think that's going to happen now. I think we are going to beat Leeds, guys. I think we're going to beat Leeds.
You think De Zerbi's fully turned it around?
He's got the positive psychological mindset into the squad. He's got into their heads in a way where they believe in him. I think they enjoy the football more. I think they feel almost as if someone's come in the room, given it a bit of a clean, sprayed some nice air freshener, put a little bit of potpourri in the corner, and they feel, smells nice. And I think that's what's happened. De Zerbi's come in and he's given them that fresh environment that they feel a little bit more relaxed in, but they're enjoying the space as well. And that's psychology is the biggest factor in sports. You do any coaching badge, they always say to you, psychology is the most important factor. Not technical, not physical, not tactical, not social dynamic. Psychology is the number one factor. That's why an underdog can beat a favourite in a final, because if the underdog's got that mindset, you never know. And I think De Zerbi's come in with the right mindset, and that mindset's reflected in the energy of the players. Look at the way the players are trying. Look at the energy they're exerting. That's all linked back to the psychological mindset that De Zerbi's embedded in the squad. And remember when before De Zerbi, we were all saying that we want Harry Redknapp because Harry Redknapp, he'll put an arm around them, he'll make them feel special, he'll make them believe, and that's all psychology. De Zerbi's just basically come in and psychologically reset the dressing room. Plus, he's playing a little bit more expansive football, which every footballer likes to play in a team that takes a bit of risk and that tries to play football in a certain way. There's not one footballer in the world that wants to have 0% possession, defending all game, playing for set pieces. What footballer enjoys their sport doing that? So I think De Zerbi's got the right combination of trying to play football the right way, and psychologically, he's done a Harry Redknapp, but he's done it the De Zerbi way. And you're seeing it. You can see it in the body language of the players as well.
So, is your opinion we're going to have to put Relegation on ice for another year?
I can't give in like this. I can't just.
Come on, give in, Stel. It's not happening. It's not happening this season.
Listen, but
put the
regardless
t-shirts
of
away.
what I want,
take the banners down. It's not happening this season.
Regardless of what I want and what I think and why I think it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, if we stay up, it's because we deserve to. I don't control whether we go up or down, right? If we go down, it's not my fault. It's because the players bottled it and the manager choked and maybe some other factors out of our control, like refereeing decisions and more injuries. If we stay up, it's because we deserve to stay up. If we go down, it's because we deserve to go down. It's got nothing to do with me if we stay up or go down. So it doesn't really matter what I think, Big Sim, right? Big Sim. It doesn't really matter what I think. It's down to what this team does. And I think right now, if hiring De Zerbi is the best chance Tottenham are going to ever have to stay up, as opposed to having maybe taken a punt on a Sean Dyche, that kind of thing.
Agreed.
Why we never brought him in after Frank, it beggars belief. It absolutely beggars belief why they didn't bring him in. maybe they shat the bed and they actually realised they're going to go down and they're going to have to break the bank and give De Zerbi whatever he wants, 5-year contract, 60 million guaranteed. If that's what it took, then that's what it took. But if we had a board that actually knew what they were doing and weren't such morons, they would have calculated that, you know what, we need to get rid of Frank in January, bring in the new manager then, give him a bit of a transfer window, and we could have avoided all of this mess. But instead, they kept Frank on and on and on, waited until it was too late. Then they brought in Tudor, which was the biggest punt ever, which backfired. And then they got the guy they should have got. So, I don't know, man. I don't know.
How much,
I think if we... Go on, sorry.
How much do you put the turnaround down to the Peppa Pig collaboration?
Listen, when you give players Peppa Pig at half time, it's like an energy bar, and I think there's something in the Peppa Pig food collection that has definitely given this team a different dynamic. So I think we should all write a letter to Vinay, to Charrington, and the Lewis family, and thank them for this amazing Peppa Pig collaboration. And I will be going online and buying some Peppa Pig merch tonight.
God, you heard it here first. Jeez, giving money to the club. Who would have thought it? Stel?
Well, there is another website, actually, which I can't mention on yours. Something Gate, where you can also buy merchandise from.
I thought it was going to be a Steligation.com. I thought you had your own website. But Stel, look, big up to you. Appreciate you calling in, mate. Steligation, I think you might have to put the champagne on ice for another year. We'll have to wait and see. But big up to you.
I think Steligation got relegated.
Steligation got relegated. There we go. There's a title for the thumbnail. Appreciate you. Go enjoy the rest of the evening, mate.
Great performance from Tottenham, fully deserved. And if we beat Leeds, Tottenham will stay in the Premier League, in my opinion.
There you go. Beat Leeds and we survive. Big up, Stel. Come on.
Peace.
Appreciate you, Stel. Steligation.